It was a crisp autumn evening in New York City. The air was alive with the anticipation of a celebration. Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City and one-time personal lawyer to President Donald Trump, was turning 79. Guests, a mix of family, friends, and political allies, gathered at a posh Upper East Side restaurant. The mood was jovial, with laughter and chatter filling the air. The clinking of glasses and the aroma of gourmet food added to the festive atmosphere. Giuliani, known for his tough-talking persona, seemed relaxed and in good spirits. He greeted guests with warm handshakes and hearty pats on the back. Stories of his time as mayor, his role in the aftermath of 9/11, and his unwavering support for Trump were shared among the guests. The party was a testament to Giuliani's enduring influence in American politics, a celebration of a life marked by both triumph and controversy. The restaurant, with its elegant decor and dim lighting, provided the perfect setting for an intimate gathering. A birthday cake, adorned with flickering candles, awaited its moment of glory. As the evening progressed, the anticipation grew for the main event, the presentation of the cake and the singing of Happy Birthday. Little did anyone know that the festive atmosphere was about to be shattered by an unexpected turn of events, one that would forever mar this celebratory occasion. Just as the cake was about to be wheeled out, a hush fell over the room. Two men in dark suits, looking distinctly out of place amidst the celebratory crowd, approached Giuliani's table. Their stern expressions and the manila envelopes they carried sent a ripple of unease through the room. The music stopped abruptly, the lively chatter fading into an uncomfortable silence. The two men, later identified as federal agents, calmly approached Giuliani, their movements deliberate and measured. They presented him with the envelopes, their faces betraying no emotion. Giuliani, initially confused, took the envelopes and glanced at their contents. His jovial demeanor vanished, replaced by a look of disbelief and anger. The contents of the envelopes were shocking. An indictment charging Giuliani with multiple felonies related to his dealings in Ukraine. The charges stemmed from his efforts to dig up dirt on Joe Biden, Trump's political rival, during the 2020 presidential election. The room erupted in a cacophony of gasps and whispers. Guests, moments ago caught up in the festive atmosphere, were now stunned into silence by the unfolding drama. The indictment, a culmination of years of investigation, painted a damning picture of Giuliani's actions. He was accused of acting as an unregistered foreign agent, working on behalf of Ukrainian officials to influence the 2020 U.S. presidential election. The charges detailed Giuliani's alleged efforts to pressure Ukrainian officials to investigate Joe Biden and his son Hunter, while simultaneously trying to undermine the U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, Marie Yovanovitch, who was seen as an obstacle to his plans. The indictment further alleged that Giuliani had made false and misleading statements to U.S. officials about his activities in Ukraine. He was accused of engaging in a pattern of deception, using his influence and connections to advance the interests of foreign actors while undermining the integrity of American democracy. The charges, if proven in court, could land Giuliani in prison for a significant amount of time. The indictment sent shockwaves through the American political landscape. Giuliani, once a revered figure who had earned the moniker America's mayor for his leadership in the aftermath of 9/11, was now facing serious criminal charges. His fall from grace was a stunning turn of events, a stark reminder of the fragility of power and reputation. Giuliani's journey from celebrated public servant to indicted defendant was a long and winding one. He rose to prominence as a tough-on-crime federal prosecutor in the 1980s, taking down powerful figures in the mafia. His success as a prosecutor propelled him into the political arena, leading him to become the mayor of New York City in 1994. As mayor, Giuliani implemented a series of policies that led to a significant decrease in crime rates, earning him praise from both sides of the political aisle. His leadership in the aftermath of the 9/11 terrorist attacks solidified his image as a strong and decisive leader, a symbol of American resilience in the face of adversity. However, his post-mayoral career was marked by a series of controversial business dealings and political alliances, culminating in his association with Donald Trump. Giuliani's unwavering support for Trump, his willingness to parrot the president's unfounded claims of election fraud, and his involvement in the Ukraine scandal tarnished his reputation and alienated many of his former supporters. the indictment served as a stark reminder of how far Giuliani had fallen from the heights of his former glory. As news of Giuliani's indictment spread, a wave of disbelief and shock washed over the party. Guests, still reeling from the sudden turn of events, struggled to reconcile the festive atmosphere with the gravity of the situation. Whispers of disbelief and concern filled the room, replacing the earlier laughter and chatter. Giuliani's family members present at the party were visibly shaken by the news. Their faces, moments ago beaming with joy, now reflected a mix of sadness, confusion, and anger. Giuliani's loyal supporters, many of whom had traveled from afar to celebrate his birthday, grappled with the implications of the charges. Some expressed outrage, dismissing the indictment as a politically motivated witch hunt. Others, however, acknowledged the seriousness of the charges and expressed concern about Giuliani's future. The party, intended as a celebration of Giuliani's life and career, had become a stage for a dramatic and unexpected downfall. The indictment marked the beginning of a long and arduous legal battle for Giuliani. He faced multiple felony counts, each carrying a significant potential prison sentence. His legal team, known for their aggressive and often unconventional tactics, vowed to fight the charges vigorously, claiming that Giuliani was a victim of political persecution. They argued that his actions in Ukraine were motivated by a desire to serve his client, President Trump, and that he had not broken any laws. The prosecution, however, presented a strong case backed by extensive evidence gathered over years of investigation. The legal battle promised to be a high-stakes showdown, pitting Giuliani's legal acumen against the full weight of the federal government. The outcome of the trial would have significant implications for Giuliani's future, potentially determining whether he would spend his remaining years as a free man or behind bars. Looming large over Giuliani's legal troubles was the shadow of Donald Trump. Giuliani's actions in Ukraine were intrinsically linked to his role as Trump's personal lawyer and his efforts to advance the president's political agenda. Trump, known for his loyalty to his inner circle, remained publicly silent on Giuliani's indictment. However, his previous statements praising Giuliani's work in Ukraine and his history of attacking the Justice Department raised questions about his potential involvement in Giuliani's legal defense. It remained to be seen whether Trump would come to Giuliani's aid, offering financial support or leveraging his political influence to try to sway the outcome of the trial. The close association between Trump and Giuliani added a layer of complexity to the legal proceedings, intertwining the former president's political fortunes with the fate of his one-time lawyer. The indictment dealt a devastating blow to Giuliani's political career. His reputation, already tarnished by his association with Trump and his questionable business dealings, was further eroded by the serious criminal charges he now faced. The prospect of a lengthy trial, potentially ending in a conviction, made it virtually impossible for Giuliani to salvage his political ambitions. His once loyal supporters, disillusioned by his actions and the damage done to his legacy, began to distance themselves. The indictment served as a final nail in the coffin of Giuliani's political aspirations, marking the end of a career that had once held so much promise. The once revered figure, who had stood as a symbol of strength and leadership, was now a shadow of his former self, his legacy forever stained by the scandal and the charges he faced. The indictment had a profound impact on public perception of Giuliani. The man who was once hailed as America's mayor for his leadership in the aftermath of 9/11 became a polarizing figure, viewed by many as a symbol of corruption and abuse of power. The charges against him, coupled with his unwavering support for Trump's divisive policies, alienated a large segment of the American public. His legacy, once a source of national pride, became a subject of debate and controversy. Supporters pointed to his past achievements, his role in reducing crime in New York City, and his unwavering leadership during a time of national crisis. Detractors, however, argued that his recent actions had overshadowed his past accomplishments, painting him as a man who had lost his moral compass in pursuit of power and influence. The indictment served as a stark reminder of the fragility of public image and the lasting impact of political scandals. The indictment was just the first step in a long and complicated legal process. Giuliani faced a series of challenges ahead, including pre-trial motions, jury selection, and the presentation of evidence. His legal team, known for their aggressive tactics, vowed to mount a vigorous defense, challenging the validity of the charges and seeking to undermine the prosecution's case. The prosecution, on the other hand, was prepared to present a mountain of evidence, including financial records, emails, and witness testimony, to support their allegations. The legal battle promised to be a protracted and contentious affair, with both sides employing every legal maneuver at their disposal to secure a favorable outcome. The outcome of the trial would have far-reaching consequences, not only for Giuliani, but also for the broader political landscape. Giuliani's 79th birthday party went down in history as a night of unexpected drama. What began as a celebration of his life and career transformed into a scene of shock and disbelief as he was served with an indictment, forever altering the course of his life. The party, intended as a joyous occasion, became a stark reminder of the fragility of power, the fickle nature of public opinion, and the enduring consequences of political scandals. Giuliani's indictment, served on his birthday, marked a dramatic turning point in his life, signaling the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, one filled with uncertainty and legal challenges. The events of that night served as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the most powerful figures can fall from grace, their legacies tarnished by their actions, and the relentless scrutiny of the legal system. The birthday surprise that unfolded that night was one that neither Giuliani nor his guests would soon forget, a moment etched in history as a testament to the unpredictable nature of life and the enduring power of the law.